Hello, it's Cassie, and we are on day 20, oh my goodness, of the Crafter's Companion Advent Die Calendar, and I am just super excited to keep going. We're so close to the end. I just can't believe we've done all these days already. It's blowing my mind. And it's been so much fun, and I really hope that you've had fun too. Okay, so we're gonna just get right to it and get on with our project. Day 20, look at, this is I think the biggest like square envelope we've had, or rectangle we've had so far. Obviously 24 is the biggest one. I'm super excited to see that one, but this is the next biggest one we've had, so this is pretty exciting. I think I decided we're gonna do a card tonight because I was thinking this is a big die and who knows, I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be, but probably would lend itself nicely to a card. Most things do, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I know what it is. Yes, I figured we had to get some kind of Christmas in here soon, sooner than later. It's later though. Yeah, I was thinking maybe the 24th would be a Christmas one. I'm really curious to know what that is, but we will get there in a few days. All right, number 20 is, well, it doesn't have to be a Christmas tree, I suppose. It's just an evergreen tree. Could be used, cut a bunch out and make like a landscape kind of scene, and have them like staggered or whatever, and some closer, some further, darker, lighter colors or whatever. Ooh, that's not a bad idea, really. That's really pretty. Yeah, or you could make it a Christmas tree. It looks like a Christmas tree because of those holes in there, right? The holes to get the paper out. Anyway, we can just go right ahead and get started. I'm wondering if we're gonna do maybe an ornament instead of a card. That could be pretty cool. What if we did put this guy on here and had like a little scene in the background? That would be pretty cute. Or we could do a card. We could do a winter scene, or not even winter, but just a landscape sky kind of scene with the tree in the background. Okay, let me think for a minute. You know what? I'm thinking I really like the ornament idea actually, but I think I am gonna do a just a background scene. I like that idea. We can cut these out of watercolor paper and we can spray them. I've got dark and medium, or actually like medium and light green of fireworks spray we could use, or we could use some other kind of pigment or whatever. And then I could do like a galaxy night sky. A lot of people have asked me to do a galaxy background demo. So maybe we can combine these efforts here and make a nice pretty card with the galaxy background and the trees in the foreground. That will be really nice. Okay, so for that, we're going to need a piece of watercolor cardstock. So we are going to do a card, which is the initial idea that I had. Yeah, so that's going to work out. Just going to be a little different than I was planning, but that's cool. That works nicely. So let me cut this down. I think I'm just going to cut it right to 5 1/4 because I'm pretty sure I'm going to put a border on here. I usually do. It just looks nicer and it helps finish it a little bit better. So we're just going to cut it right to 5 1/4 from the start. Okay. 5 1/4. Yes, because my card is 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. So I'm leaving a 1/4 inch. I was going to say seam allowance. If you're a sewer, you'd understand. I'm getting back into quilting, so I'm like mixing my words here. Yeah, I'm going to leave 1/4 inch border so we can have a mat. Okay, I'm going to use the smooth side today. This is really cool paper. This is from Arteza. I'll show it to you real fast. Here it is. It's cold press, acid-free Arteza, 32 sheets, and you get 2 in a pack. And they were really reasonably priced. And I really like it because it has a smooth side and a more textured side. So you can decide which one you want to use. And that is pretty awesome. So I am going to stick this right down. So when we're doing a galaxy, we're going to do this first and cut out later. Okay, so when you're going to do a galaxy background, the way that I do it, and I learned from Marta Lipkowska of Maremi's Small Art or Maremi's Creative Cafe on Facebook. She is fantastic, and she is playing a lot with watercolors and learning a lot about it. And she shared with us a long time ago how to do galaxy background, and I tried it and I loved it, and it's super addictive. And I showed my mom and my son how to do it, and they love it, and so everybody's just doing it right. So real quick, I need to find some tape because I thought I had a good roll down here. Well, that's really thick. Okay. Well, that's okay. I think I forgot to bring it down. I've got some art supplies upstairs too. So you could use washi, you could really use any kind of tape, but you just want to make sure that as best you can, it's not gonna seep underneath. And you know, it does sometimes for me a little bit and it's still okay. But for the most part, I like to, this is super thick. You don't need to have this thick of tape. This is just what I had handy next to me. So, but what I'm gonna do is tape down all 4 sides so that I have just a little bit of a border, and this is going to give us an extra border, right? And then I'll probably do black or something else. And you know, you can make it as straight or as wonky as you want, or if you don't care, you know, you just stick it down. This is going to hold it in place, and it gives it a nice white border, so it does double duty. Okay, so this is for my mama. She loves doing the galaxy backgrounds, and she is not feeling good right now. She just had surgery and she's recovering, and so she probably isn't going to watch this right now, but she will later on. And here's your galaxy video, Mom. Okay, so we're taping all 4 sides fairly even. I'm not too particular about the edges. It doesn't really matter to me. I kind of like, you know, slightly wonkier, natural, more natural edges. This is mainly, the purpose is to hold it down and keep it flat while you're coloring, because the water tends to like want it to bow and bend a little bit. So this is just keeping it nice and flat, and also it just happens to give it a nice border. So that is why we do this. Okay, so once you have all 4 sides taped down, and you really want to press, okay, on here, and that will help give you a crisper edge. Okay, and remember, this, we're on watercolor paper. You're going to get a spray bottle, and you're going to get some, what are we going to color with? You can color with watercolor paints, you can color with fireworks spray or any other kind of pigment spray you have. You could use color bursts, you could use, I mean, really honestly anything, right? Okay, so real quick, I'm going to decide what I'm going to use. Let's see, do I have, you know what, I know we did Magicals one other time, but they have some really pretty colors in the Magical line that would look nice as a galaxy, and I don't get to play with them too often, so we're going to use those. Sorry if you can't hear me, I was walking over to get my galaxy, sorry, not galaxy, my magical pots. Okay, so we're going to pick a couple colors. I like to have a light blue, a dark blue, on almost black, or black is fine, but or really super dark purple, a medium purple, and like a fuchsia or a pink. All right, those are the colors I like to work with mostly. So I'm just going to get a few colors out, and then I'll make a decision on which ones to keep out and which ones to put back. Okay, I want like a, almost like a denim or navy blue. Okay, here's a black. I think that's got shimmer in it, but that might be pretty. I don't know. Here's Midnight Rendezvous. So these are my 2 blacks. I'm going to decide which one of those to use. Okay, and then we've got magenta. That's a nice one. Or we have hibiscus rose. So I'm going to do some samples of a couple of these just so we can make sure we're picking, making good choices here for what we want to do. Okay. Real quick, I'm trying to find, what am I trying to find? Oh, I want a dark blue. I know I've got like a dark denim blue. That's what I'm looking for right now. Just give me 1 second. Here it is. Okay. Oh, Tainted Love. Oh, that's teal. I don't think I want teal. Okay, so I've got Tweedledee Denim and Danny Zuko's Denim. And you see they're both, you can't look this way and see. So we're going to have to try them out. But those are my darker blues. Okay, I want a darker blue and a lighter blue. These are a little bit lighter. I've got Sassy Sapphire. Yeah, I think that's going to be too shimmery. I don't want tons of shimmer in this. I want a little bit because that'll be really pretty, but I don't want too much. So, okay, let's see. Then we have a couple pinks. I have a feeling that magenta is going to be the winner, but we'll see. We'll see, maybe not. Okay, let's just real quick make sure I'm happy with the choices. I'm going to have a white out as well, just in case. Ooh, there's a dark purple. That might be the one. Yeah, sometimes I forget what I have here because there's so many great colors. So just taking a minute to make sure we've got the right ones. There's a blazing black. That's a super dark black. We might not want a super dark black, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I think I'm happy with those choices. Well, now we're going to narrow it down a little bit. I just wanted to have a good selection to start with, just for testing. So we're going to test on my scrap here. And I'm just going to pick a color family, like a color, you know, palette, whatever, real quick. And get a paintbrush. And then we're just going to test these out. Okay, so now I'm going to get my water. My big jar of water here. We're just going to use that. It's going to be nice. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to see if I can pull up the live. I hope we don't lose. I'm going to see if I can pull up the live. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, that's good. So here's my water. It's kind of off to the side. That'll be fine. Okay, so now we're just going to test. We're testing the colors to see what we like the best. So we've got High Maintenance Magenta. When I use Magicals, I open the pots that I'm going to use, and then I keep the lids right near them because, number one, you can't necessarily tell what's what always just by looking at the powder because sometimes the color is way off from how it really looks, you know, when it's wet. And I don't want to mess up the color, you know, I don't want to have the wrong lids on them. Then I'll never know what they are. Okay, that is really, really pretty. Okay, so let's see how the High Maintenance Magenta is. So we just pick a little bit up with our brush here. Oh my gosh. You know what? I might want both of these. This is a little more purpley and it's got some shimmer in it. And but I also really like this pink. So I think I'm going to keep both of these. I do. I think that, that there is cause for both. So we're going to put these aside. I'm just going to get them out of the way for a minute so I can keep moving. And then since I have this and it's a purpley pink, I'm going to go to purples next because I really think I just need a super dark purple now without shimmer if possible. So we're going to first try this one because look at how dark that is. Let's see if it's really that dark when we paint with it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at that. It's almost black. Oh, that's literally perfect. Oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful color ever on the planet. Wow. Wow. Okay, yep, for sure. That's the one. So these two, I'm not even going to try them. They're just going back. Urban Amethyst. That is the one we're doing. Whew. That is completely gorgeous. Okay. And I think look at how it's bleeding into that already. Those three together. Yeah. Yeah. Very pretty. Okay, next we're going to do the light blue. Okay, so we've got two here. I really only need one. So we've got Ocean Breeze Blue and Caribbean Blue. I think Caribbean is a little bit dark if I remember correctly, but we will see. Okay. Okay, Ocean Breeze Blue. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's so nice. You do want a nice light blue, just like a nice sky blue, and that's a really nice sky blue there. The reason is this is going to be our base coat when we start, and you'll see as we get going on the actual making the actual galaxy or sky background. Oh yeah, see, that's a lot darker, but shoot, that's pretty too. And you can make it lighter, you know, if we like this tone better, but we wanted to make it lighter, we could do that. But I really do like this one. So we're just going to let the Caribbean Blue go. even though it's gorgeous. Okay. And we're going to keep Ocean Breeze blue. There we go. Now let's do dark blues. We want a really deep blue, and I have a feeling the Tweedledee Denim is going to be the one, but we'll try both just to see. Okay. All right. So we'll do the we'll do Danny Zuko first, just to see. He seems pretty light. Oh, but look at how deceiving that is. It's almost white, and it turns out like that. That's amazing. Okay. Well, that's super dark, and I think that's really gorgeous. This is why we try them both, because you never know. Okay, am I still good? Yep, okay. All right, now here is the Tweedledee Denim, even darker. Look at that, and it's a different kind of blue. You see how this is more, this has more green in it. It's more on the tealish side, and this is more like a royal blue, or a yeah, more royal. So that's a tough one, because really you could go either way. I think we're probably going to go with this one, but honestly, you really could use either one, and they're both really gorgeous. Wow, that Danny Zuko denim is so beautiful. I'm gonna have to remember that. Okay, so next we have black. We have 3 blacks. We have Screaming Banshee black, which I think has some purple in it. I don't think I'm going to use this, but again, oh, that's way purple. But, you know, I thought it was, the other one was different too. So we're just going to try them all to make sure we're picking the best one for this project. Okay, so let's do Screaming Banshee black first. So this is kind of how I go through my process when I'm trying to pick colors and stuff. I just do a little tester. So this is black, but man, when you like tilt it sideways, let's see if you can see. It has a little bit of a bluish, purplish tint to it. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I'm surprised and impressed with that one. That is really cool. Okay, so next we're gonna do, let's do Midnight Rendezvous next, because that's like in between. Okay, so this is more of a steely black. It has a little bit of pink in it, I see. Very pretty. Cool. It's on the cold side of the black family. It's got some silver in it. That's really, really pretty. And then finally we have Blazing Black. Blazing Black. Yeah, this is just straight up hard, beautiful black. Okay, well, let's see. So many great choices here. I think for the combination of, oops, sorry, did not mean to shake that. I've got my phone plugged in, so I must have hit the cord. I think for what we're doing, since it is a sky, geez, I really am leaning toward the Screaming Banshee, which is the one I was like gonna put away, remember? This one I don't think is dark enough. Honestly, Blazing Black. That's Blazing Black. Yeah, no, that's Midnight Rendezvous. This one is really nice, rich black, but we're gonna try this one. I'm gonna keep the Blazing Black out just in case I don't really like the other one, or I want a little bit more black. But for now, we're gonna just work with the Screaming Banshee, and the white I'm just gonna keep on the side in case we need some white for highlighting. Okay, so now we picked our colors. So now I just like to line them up and get this guy out of the way. Okay, so I always start, let me get a new brush to work with here. When you're gonna make a galaxy background, you want, let's see, you want a good brush that's kind of round, like, what is this round? This is a round 8. It's a pretty good size for this. This is a fresh one I just bought. Yeah, you just want a nice brush that moves easily around the paper, that's gonna I like the round brushes for this project. You honestly could use anything you have. Don't feel like you have to go buy a brush, but I'm just saying if you have choices, this is always my first choice, the round, and the 8 is just the size of it, right? The bigger or smaller that it is. So we're going to use that one. I'm going to start with the lightest blue. Then I come in with the darker blue. Okay, so this is the order of things. Light blue, dark blue, and then I do my purple, okay? And then from there, I can usually tell where the pink is gonna need to go. So I've got 2 pinks here, remember? I have a darker and a lighter. So I would probably come in with the lighter first to establish the area that it's going to go in. And then I would highlight a little bit. I usually only use one pink, but both of these are so pretty. And this has a little bit of shimmer in it as well as the black, right? So those two are going to add that extra element of like universe and galaxy kind of thing going on. And then we'll just line the bottom with the trees here, okay? And we can paint those as well. All right, so let's just get to it. So this is the order of things, okay? So I do light blue, dark blue, purple, pink, and then black, or whatever my shadow is going to be. It could even be just a really dark purple. Again, like use that purple in a stronger way. So to start, I spray the surface. I'm going to move these out of the way just because I don't want them all up here, but I just wanted you to see kind of the order that I do this. Okay, so I spray always, okay? Just give it a good spritz all over. And then I dip my water in the brush and pat it a little bit, but you still want it to be pretty well loaded. And then I'm just gonna go over the whole thing and make sure that the whole thing is covered in water fairly evenly, not too much, okay? You don't need a ton of water right now. You're gonna be adding more as you go and add pigment, and you don't want it to be oversaturated. Okay, so we're going to start with the light blue, whatever your light blue happens to be. Mine is Magical Lindy's Gang Ocean Breeze Blue. Okay, so we're going to do this, and I'll leave the lids where you can see them. All right, so I'm just making sure my brush is nice and loaded with water. I'm just going to dip a little bit. Okay, you saw that a little bit of this pigment goes a long way. And we are going to cover most of the area. And remember, we want it to be really light, okay? I don't want this blue to be very dark. I don't want a ton of color here. I just want to cover most of the area. And what I usually do is I get all around the edges, okay? I don't leave any edges white. This is just the way I do it. So you do whatever you want. This is the way I do it. I don't want the edges white, and I leave two holes, two white spots, okay? They're slowly gonna get filled in, and most of the time I don't have hardly any white left over in the end, but it is actually kind of nice to have a little bit of white left over if you can manage it. But don't sweat it, and don't feel like you have to preserve some white space. You just do it, okay? And it'll work out how it's gonna work out, and it'll be just fine. And then when I'm done here, I'll show you a couple other samples of cards I've done recently using this technique. So I'm really happy with the blue. It's actually probably even a little bit darker than I would normally do. You just want this first coat of blue to be really light, okay? So next we're coming in with the Tweedledee Denim, and this is the darker blue, and my brush is fairly loaded with water. Okay, and then we're just gonna selectively choose where we put the color, okay? It doesn't have to be all over. You don't want to completely cover that blue you just put down, right? You just want to be here and there. And remember, we're going to come in with other colors too, okay? So, and if it feels like you can see all your brush strokes and it's, and it feels too weird like this, then don't worry, because the more you add, the more things are going to blend. And you can also come in with your water bottle if you want and spritz it again. and move the pigment around, okay? And in the end, it's all gonna blend nicely and look really great. Okay, so we're just gonna keep moving. You want to, when you're starting with a new color, you wanna have a pretty good loaded brush. All right, I'm probably gonna have to do that again. We're gonna come in next with the purple, okay? We wanna get some dark purple in a few spots. This is the Urban Amethyst Magical. Okay, got a pretty good loaded brush. I'm going to take a little bit of purple because this is a super dark color, and we don't want to have too much, right? Oh my gosh. And look at, when you have it by itself, right, it's one shade of purple, but then when you put it over the blue, you know, you get even deeper, and yeah, you get different stuff going on. So really, oh, it's so gorgeous, so pretty. Okay, so I'm just kind of going around. I love when this starts to happen. That's my favorite. That makes it look more real and more just natural and organic. Okay, so you see how we don't have much light blue left, but that was our base, and that's where we started, and that's what we needed to and we're just building and building and building on the colors. Okay, All right, so next we're gonna come in with the light pink, okay? And we're gonna start to make some, oh, I'm gonna have to clean this water now, that's okay. We're gonna start to make, oh my gosh, I love this. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna have a tiny bit of pink. And I think what I'm gonna do, I've never done it this way before, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go this way and I'm gonna go this way. And what do you think of that? Yes. Yep. Wow, this is different than any one I've ever done, I swear. This is pretty exciting. And the thing is, that's so exciting. That's all you want. You just want a little bit of pink. Okay. The exciting thing about making these is that every single time you do it, even if you've made 100, every single one is going to be different. And that's exciting to me. To me, it's very exciting. Okay, we've got high maintenance magenta. Remember, this is the darker pink. Okay, and I'm just going to do like a thin line here and let it go and see what happens. And this one has the shimmer in it, so we're putting that shimmer, right? See? Oh, yeah. Now I think I want some more blue because we got a lot of purple and pink going on here. And you see those two? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I get super excited about this stuff because it's so gorgeous. I want some more of this. And where I'm leaving it thicker, gosh, that's pretty. See, that's going to dry like that, and it's going to look like a clump of, like, you know, stars or something. I don't know. Man, that is so gorgeous. I love the natural flow. And I still have a lot of white, which is surprising. I'm going to come back. So now we're getting kind of close to being done, right? But I'm feeling like I don't have enough blue. I kind of took over with the purple, and I really want just a little bit more blue. So I am going to, and actually, maybe I want some black too. Just a minute. We're going to just start with this blue here. I think I want a little bit more blue, and I like it. I like that it's dark. Okay. It's the darker the better, if you can believe me there, because what that does when we are done with this and it dries and we add, oh man, that's so pretty. And we add stars. We're going to add stars to this. I'm going to teach you how to do that. And we're going to add stars, and you will see just how amazing that looks. Okay, so I think that I'm good. I'm loving the blue. Yep, I really like I think for as many of these as I've done too, the dark blue looks really nice around the edges. I have found, anyway. So let's see, what else do I want to do here? Oh man, that shimmer and stuff in the middle there, that is super exciting. That's going to be so pretty. And you see how these are, oh yeah, it's so nice. Ooh. See, I'm just trying to do little bits. I don't want to wreck that little, I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid. I am going to put a little bit more of that, this magenta. I really think when that dries, that's going to be special, like really. And I don't know why I never thought to use this before, because that really looks like a galaxy, doesn't it? Okay, this is pretty loaded up too. The more loaded your brush is, the more the water is going to help stuff move around. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to have water. Yeah, see, even with the tape, this guy is bowing and bending. Okay, let's clean this off because I want to move some of this around. It's pretty, but I don't want it to pool there too much, you know? Okay, let's see. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep touching that silly cord. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's horrible. I'm gonna try really hard not to touch that anymore. Jeez. Okay. All right. Here we go. I feel like I should be done, but I feel like I have too much white space. That never happens. Literally never happens. What if we come the other way with some of the dark purple and fill that in just a tiny bit? Because I really like the shimmer I have, but I feel like I might have enough. Let's just see how this goes. I don't want to mess with the veining either. So here, oh, look at that, how it kind of jumps. Wow. Okay, I think we're going to be good. The white does look nice, I'll tell you that. And you see how just a tiny bit of that light blue is coming into the white? That's nice. Yeah, I'm going to let this be. Oh, don't touch the cord. Don't touch the cord. Okay, I'm going to let this be. We're going to close them up and dry it. When it dries, it does lighten up a little bit. Just going to tell you. This is like vibrant and amazing, right? But it does lighten up a little bit when it dries. So let's just zap it for a minute and see if we can get it to dry a little bit. Move some of that pigment back over. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to let this dry naturally for 1 second. I'm going to go grab those other samples so I can show you what I've done before. All right, let's see. Real quick, I've just put them away, so I think I know right where they are. Okay. Yeah, here we go. And I made these, hold on, I don't know if you can hear me over there. So I made these with other pigments as well. I did not use Magicals on the ones I'm going to show you. So I'll tell you what I did. On this one, I did this with, what was it? Okay, this one was with, sorry, all-purpose ink. Yes, that's what it was. Just a minute. Here, I'll show you. So Imagine has all-purpose ink, and it's really awesome. It is super useful for lots of things, and it can be used on lots of different surfaces, and it's really fun. But so I took a few colors that I had, and I made this background and this galaxy. And you see how I have the white and how it's like bleeding in, and we've got the blue in the background and the purple and the pink in the middle, and that's just kind of my formula, but it seems to work pretty well. And then we do the stars on top, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But also, here's another one I did with fireworks spray. So that is these guys right here. Let's see if I can find one of the colors I used. Where are ya? Here we go. Here's grape jelly. That's the purple that's in here. And if I hold this kind of sideways and let there, I think you can see it. This, because of the shimmer in the fireworks spray, has a nice shimmer to it, so that gives that nice galaxy. And you see I just have one white spot, but how the blue is coming into it, and then that pink is kind of just like exploding out from the middle. I just love the way that looks, so I end up doing that quite a bit. But these are two that I did recently with two other types of pigments. So really, honestly, there's so many different products that you could use to achieve the same goal. Okay, so don't feel like you have to have exactly what I'm using. Just use what you have and play around. It's super fun. You cut out a bunch of pieces of watercolor cardstock and just start making them, and you'll see in like an hour, if you sit and play with this for an hour, you'll have like 20 backgrounds just ready to go, and they're just so fun. And like I said, every single one is different. Even if you do the exact same thing every time, they're all going to be different. So pretty cool. Okay, I want to kind of move this around a little. Okay, I think we're good. Let me just dry that a little bit. Now, before we do the next step, this has to be completely dry, okay? So you want to take your time. Now, if you're going to do a bunch of them, I would just take this guy out once he's kind of half dry and not going to move around too much. I would take this out and then put the next one in its place, paint it, whatever, take it out, put another one in, and then when you're all done and they're all totally bone dry, then you can do this next step. But we're just, going to do one. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and dry here before we move on. And I have to say, wow, the Magicals really held their color. These usually when I do this, the color fades a fair amount, but these really are holding their color really well. And look at, you can see the burst of the shimmer from the magenta. So amazing. Wow. Oh, and I love the way that the water just kind of bleeds everything through. Okay, we're gonna move on. I'm sorry. I could just play with these and look at these all day. They're just so much fun. All right, so we're gonna move on, and now this is complete. No, it's not. It was, but I think I got the edge there. Let me fix that. Okay, let me get the... I'm just gonna hit it one more time. I really want it to be nice and dry before we do the next step. Okay, the next step is going to be using white paint. One second. We're gonna get some white paint. You know what? I'm gonna use all-purpose ink because I have some right here, and it works really well. You can use any opaque white. Was I saying ink? I'm sorry, I didn't mean ink. I meant paint. White paint. So acrylic, any kind of acrylic white paint. It could even be gesso. And if you're using regular white paint, that's like a normal thick, like medium to thick consistency. Oh, look what I just found. The right tape. Sorry. That's pretty funny. Anyway, if you're using something a normal consistency, you're going to want to water it down because you want it to be very loose. Okay. When you're going to, we're going to make stars now. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do the stars. So, where is my toothbrush? Normally you use a toothbrush to do this. I might not be able to because there's a chance I don't have one down here at the moment. Let me see really fast. Yeah, I don't even know where I would start to look for it, honestly. One second. There is one spot. Yeah. No. Okay, that's okay. I know as soon as I'm done with this video, I will find it. Because that's how it goes. But that's okay. I'm going to use a paintbrush. But when I teach other people how to do this, and what I would recommend you do, if you have it, is to use a toothbrush. And so the way that I do it is this. Let me see if I can find something to just explain it. So here's your toothbrush, right? And on the end you have your bristles. And so you would dip it into the water and then you would just like flick the bristles. Okay, you'd flick it all over. So you'd get random big and small dots everywhere. Okay, you flick it off on the side first, just so that you don't get big globs of the paint on your project. And then you just bring it over to get some light flecks. Okay, so that's how you do it with a paintbrush, or sorry, a toothbrush. But so I can't find mine and I'm not going to take the time to look for it, so we can just keep moving on. So I'll just use a regular paintbrush, and if you don't have a toothbrush, then you can do the same. It's just using whatever you have, right? Okay, this is pretty thin. I'm going to try it without diluting it. But if I need to, then we'll dilute it. So I am going to use, what am I going to use? Yeah, I'm going to use this guy because he's fairly small and thin, but he's firm. Okay, this is a pretty good brush. He's nice and firm. This shape is called a filbert, if you didn't know and you wanted to know. Okay, so I'm just going to flick it like I would anything else and see what we get. And if it's too thick, it feels like it might be a little thick. I'm not putting a lot on my brush because of the way that I'm doing this is different than normal. Okay. Yep, you just use what you have and make it work. And you just want to flick. Yeah, this is a little bit thick. It should be coming off a little bit easier than that for me. So I'm just going to clean this out. Pour the tiniest bit because you don't need a lot. There we go, especially if I'm going to add water. It does seem pretty loose, right? But I'm still going to add just the tiniest bit of water to it. I'm just going to spray a little bit in here, 1 or 2 squirts, and give it a good mix. You want it to be really loose. Okay, let's see how this does. Now you've seen how it was before, and it poured out of there pretty well, but now it's going to be even move even freer. And it's bigger splotches. So I'm going to hold it further away. Okay. And I'm going to do 1 or 2 off and then on. Yeah, this doesn't work as well. I wish I had the toothbrush. Okay. So the smaller, ooh, that was nice. There we go. And you feel like, oh my gosh, I have too many stars. You don't. You don't. Think about when you look at awesome pictures of outer space, right? I know we're going to put trees on here, so this is like a night sky, not necessarily just a galaxy, but it doesn't matter. But think about when you're out in the, if you've ever been out in the country looking at stars, or if you see the pictures of the galaxy from space or in space or whatever, think about how many stars you see. There's clusters and tons of them, right? So, and that really gives it the wow factor in the end. So don't feel like you have too many, okay? Okay, I think we're probably good. Looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna put this stuff aside just for a second. And then now we are going to untape it. Okay, oh no, I'm sorry. First we're gonna dry it just to make sure those stars don't get smudged or moved around. They should dry pretty quick. Now this all-purpose ink is reacting with the Magicals. I've never used them together, so that's, you know, that's a good lesson. If you use acrylic paint, that shouldn't happen, because the acrylic paint will just sit on top. And but another thing you could do, if you're worried about it, is I would do a sample on the side first to make sure it's not going to make it run, but you could cover it with clear gesso or something like that too, and then do your stars over it. But this is totally fine for me, and I really like the way it looks, and I am okay with it. Okay, so let me grab a drink real quick. And so it's okay too, excuse me, that some of those stars are bigger, some are smaller. That's just the way it is, right? Yeah. Okay, so look at that, how nice this border is going to look now too. And if I'm going to do more than one, I'll put my tape off to the side, and I can use it for 2 or 3 backgrounds depending on how wet it gets, you know, and how messy. So usually 2 or 3, and then I have to get new tape, but at least you could reuse it a couple times if you wanted. You don't have to. Yeah, this tape isn't the best. It is ripping my paper just the tiniest bit, but I don't mind it. It's okay. You can't really tell. But if you have purple tape, or if you have oh yeah, see, there it is. Let me take it from this side. If you have like any kind of painter's tape that's, you know, not going to damage your paper, then that would be good. All right, so there we have a galaxy background. Look at this. Ooh, baby, so pretty. Can you see the shimmer right in the middle? Adds a little bit of extra love there. Oh, and see, doesn't that look nice with the dark blue around the edges, and have the purple and the pink kind of going together? This is fantastic. I love the way this turned out. We did a nice job here. Okay, so then now we're going to add the trees. So do we want to just cut them out of black and have black silhouette trees? Or do we want to cut them out of white and color them green, different shades of green? I kind of like doing the black because it feels like, you know, just a silhouette, and it's in the night sky. I'm thinking I want to do that. So let's go in that direction. All right. Let me grab a piece of black paper and we will cut it down so we can fit it through our Gemini Go. Let's see, where are my scissors? There we go. Sorry, did I move that? No, I thought I moved the cord again. Okay, so probably 1 sheet is good. Actually, we'll do 2 and cut them out at the same time, so we can have lots of trees, and then we can decide, you know, we can have layers and stuff and decide how much we want to use. Okay, this is fun. I hope you're having fun, enjoying this project. I really, really hope you try that galaxy. Just give it a try, even if you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. You really can. I swear you can. It's super fun and really easy, and you can't make a mistake. Even if you end up with no white space, you know, there's plenty of times I didn't have any white space, and it was gorgeous. You know, you don't have to have white space. These are just guidelines, right? These are just ideas. So you try it, see what happens. You know, other people have used even like yellow and green, orange, you know, I mean, if you want some inspiration on the color and maybe the design of it, go look at NASA galaxy photos, look at space photos. You can see supernovas, you can see, you know, different things like that, and they have all different kinds of colors. So you don't have to just use the colors I used either. You know, that's just a jumping off point. This is just to give you some ideas and get your creativity flowing, and you know, get you excited about it. And then you wait, are these two together? Oh wow, yep, there we go. Yeah, this is nice. Look at how detailed this is. It's one of the things that I've really been enjoying about this these advent dies, is the attention to detail is really outstanding, like really amazing. They've done such a nice job. I can't wait to see what we get next year. I'm not done with this year. Okay, oopsies. This guy's falling out. I probably should tape it down, but it just takes too much time, and that's not my thing. So we take chances. We take chances and go with the flow here. Trying to maximize the paper use too, so we can get the most trees out of this guy. Let's see. So I'm gonna let that work on the side. You don't really need to see it, right? So then we want to decide what's the bottom, what's the top. This is how I do it. I just move stuff around in circles, you know, turn, 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 until I find the way that I like. Okay. Move you out of the way. There we go. So I'm just gonna, okay. Just got a little crazy there. I'm just going to keep cutting trees while we place them down, so then we can just keep things moving. And yeah, this is going to be so pretty. I love doing the tree silhouettes. I just think it looks, oh, sorry, wrong way. Wrong way. Did I do that other piece wrong? No. Remember the other day when I cut out my mat? Whoops. All right. Is this the one? No, this one's by itself. So what I'm envisioning here is being able to, oh, I have 4. Okay. I thought they were still stuck together. So what I'm thinking is, you know, I'm going to stagger them, obviously, so they're not all just the same across and the same size. And I'm just going to do, I think I'll do 2 more after this and see how that goes. Okay. This is lovely. Lovely, lovely. All right. Here we go. Okay. So when I'm going to do something like this, I like the ones on the end to be kind of the frames. So I make those a little bit bigger. Okay. And, sorry, not bigger, but like taller, okay? And then I just start layering, like shorter, and maybe a little shorter, and then maybe, you know, a little taller. Oops, sorry guys. I think I might even need 2 more still. And then maybe have a gap, right? A little bit of a gap. Just so they don't look too perfect and like, you know, in an order or pattern. I like them to look just a little bit random, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see if we need any more. I don't know, we might be okay. Here we go. Yeah, and I like to have some behind, some in front, right? Okay. And then this guy maybe like right here, and have the tiniest little gap, You see, so that just looks more real. How's that look? We might not even need this one. Yeah, maybe we're gonna put him right back here. Not that high though, that's a little bit high. Here we go. Here we go. There, you know, because when you look in nature too, it's kind of like this. Like you have some in clumps and then you just have one little guy over here and then you have some more clumps over here, whatever. So, oops, I got some shimmer on that. Whoops-a-daisy. Well, he's going to go behind. How about that? Oh, no. I got shimmer on him too. Okay, we're going to do that. And what are we going to do? We're going to do this. Here we go. We'll just cover that up, no big deal. Okay, mostly, even if there's a little bit showing, I don't think it matters. All right, so this is what I like. This is what I like. And, yep, I do. I like this. So next question is, do I cut these so that they're all within the frame? So that we're just looking at it like in the frame? I think the answer is yes. That's going to be a little bit tricky. So, I'm thinking. Yeah, because I feel like I want this to look like almost like a Polaroid image, you know, and you're just looking in on it. And if you have these trees hanging over the edge, that kind of, you know, gets rid of that illusion. So, I know what we can do. Just a minute. Let me find something to write with. Okay, we're just going to grab a pencil and make sure these are lined up just the way we want them. Okay, I think that I'm pretty happy with this. I like the way it looks. And then I'm just going to hold it down and draw a line where I want to cut. Okay. I'm going to have to guess a little bit of it because I can't always see the, here's the border here. So we'll just take it all the way across and then we'll just cut it there and make it work, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay. This guy, we just have to cut that little piece off there. These guys, can I turn this? Yeah, thank you. These guys are going to go straight across like this. And it literally, it does not have to be perfect, right? It's just sort of a guide. Okay, so there we go. So now we know where to cut. All right, so I'm going to take them off and just cut. And then we're going to stick them down. All right, we'll try to cut a straight line here. This is going to be so pretty. I am loving this. I'm totally loving this. I hope you are too. I would love to hear your comments. Love to hear your ideas. Did you have a different idea for this tree? Should I have done something Christmassy? I have kind of been waiting for a Christmas one. I did want to do something Christmassy, but then I thought of the galaxy, and my mom's been asking me to do a video on galaxies and a couple other people too. And so I thought, well, this is a good opportunity for that, right? Right. Okay, so I'm going to start sticking those down. I think that's fantastic. We're going to use Tear-It tape because we can, because it is just, actually this is like Tear-It tape, but it isn't. It's a little bit thinner, I think. But this is what we're going to use. And we can because it's paper to paper. Whoops, that's even too big. Here we go. I think I slept wrong or something. My neck has had like a weird crick in it all day. Okay. A little bit too much still. We don't need a lot. Again, this is just paper to paper, right? So I just need to strip down the middle. No big whoop. Okay. And the way that we cut these is really helping to know, you know, where to put it in the frame too. So that is actually pretty awesome. Okay. Uh-oh. this guy is about to break because, uh-oh, there we go. Good thing we put tape on there. Because of the way that the creases in the middle are, we almost cut that guy in half. So good thing we have the tape. Okay. All right, one more piece. And we'll tape this one. I keep making them too big. I feel like they're way small, and then they end up being too big. Okay, so then I just want to tape them right down. I think it's going to help with the other side once, because I don't want to take all that down and then be like, oh, I don't know where to put stuff. Hold on, I want to do this corner piece too, because that's going to help me. It's just a little puzzle here, right? So we got to put all the puzzle pieces together. And also the reason I'm only putting tape in the middle is so that I can, you know, fit things underneath and on top of and layer them nicely. Okay, here we go. Okay, this one went behind, right? A little bit. Yep, I like it there. Okay. Ooh, it's like behind and above. I like it. That works. Okay, and then this little guy. There we go. And so, yeah, definitely staggering them like this just really helps to give you that sense of depth. And yeah, you know, it's pretty. Okay, let's cut these. Okay, that one's going in the front. So I'm going to real quick, I'm cutting this one. I'm going to tape him down right away because I don't want to lose that. I feel like that's an anchor point for me, and I want to make sure that I keep this layout kind of like this because I think it looks really cool this way, and I don't want to mess it up. So let's just get this guy down right away. Okay, he had like, see, I'm already messing it up. Dang it. That's okay. They've got lines on them too. Okay, so this guy, we had a little bit of a space between that and that one. See, I wanted to make sure to keep that. Then this is going to go in the front of there. Okay, this one went behind it a little bit. Let's see, there he goes. Okay. And then this one goes way behind it. I don't think we need to cut anything, but I am going to stick him down. All right, moving right along. Okay, I'm going to stick him down right away too. That's another good anchor for us to build on. What do you think so far? Do you like this sky? Do you like this, the black trees? Should I have done green maybe and done like evergreen trees? Or do you like the silhouette? What do you think? So this one I want to be the tallest. It's going to be right there. This one is going in front. Okay, then let's cut this guy down and then we'll put it all together the rest of the way. This is so cool. I like putting it in the frame too and making it look like a Polaroid. I think that was a good decision. And it looks pretty cool. Okay, gonna get this corner guy down and then we'll do the two in the front. And I think we'll be good. Move them over just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Nice. Very, very nice. All right. Okay, here we go. So I have one more day of my day job and then I get 2 weeks vacation. I'm like beyond excited. I just need a break to relax and calm down a little bit. Read a book, do some crafts, do all that fun stuff, visit family. So what are you doing for holiday? Do you get to have some time off to spend with family? Do you have to work? What are you doing? What do you have going on? Okay. Last tree here. All right. Oops. Okay, I think that's fine. All right, here we go. This guy is going to be like, yep, right there. I want that peak to be right in between those guys right there. Yay, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I feel like we just need a sentiment, like maybe right down here in front of these trees, just to give it a finish, and then we'll do our border. The border, see, I was thinking originally, like on these guys I did black, and it does look really nice, really nice. But what if we had silver? What if we had silver? Let's just see, okay? Let's just see how it looks. Humor me for a second. I got some new color paper. This one is called Ice Blue. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I can't help myself. I'm getting all the colors because they're just super gorgeous. Let's try these. Let's see what they look like. I'm telling you, I am in love with the way that these veins happened and with this dark blue corner. I think that blue looks so fantastic and it looks great in that corner. I am really pleased with the way that this background sky turned out. Okay, let's just see how the blue is. I don't know. I'm sure it's not going to be good. Yeah, the shiny isn't. The shiny isn't for sure. Maybe none of these are right for this, but I like to try them. This is my new color. So yeah, I mean, the blue is really pretty, but I don't think it's striking enough. Okay, and then we've got the silver. I don't know why this came with silver and not blue, but that's okay. So I was thinking of the silver, and that sure is pretty, but I do actually think the black is the right way to go. Let's see the black, because I have got some right here. Yeah. Yeah, there's the black. I could do black and silver, like a tiny border. What do you think? That's really pretty, huh? What if I do that? Maybe I'll do that. Let's try it. I think I like that. We'll do a tiny black and a tiny silver. All right. Compromise. Gotta use my... Ow, I just got a paper cut. Ouch. Gotta use my new paper, although I am using the silver part, not the blue part. Okay, so we cut that to 5 1/4. So now we're going to go 5 3/8 for the black. Just give it the tiniest little border. Okay, 5 3/8 both ways. Here we go. So that, let's see, is going to be like this. You see, you just get a little 1/16 inch border. It's just enough to say, I'm here and I'm beautiful, but I'm not overpowering, right? Okay, and then we're going to do the silver in 5 1/2. So that will also have a 16th inch border. So you'll have just a tiny amount of the silver showing through. Okay, so here we go. Let me show you what this looks like. Wow, the magicals. I'm sorry, but dang, those are so completely gorgeous. Here we go. Look at that, just the tiniest little shimmer on the edge. I love it. I love it. What do you think? Yes, I think this is so gorgeous. Okay, and look at how simple, right? We cut out some trees and we made a galaxy and we matted it, and that's all we did. That's all we did. And if you already knew what you were doing and you just had to whip it together real quick, you could make this in no time. You could even make a bunch of galaxy backgrounds ahead of time sometimes, right? Just, you want to be out here playing, but you don't necessarily have something that in particular you need to make. You could just make some galaxy backgrounds and play around. And then when it's time to, make a card to give away or whatever, now you've got stuff to work with. All right, sorry. We'll move on. Just fun. Okay, so let's pick a sentiment, or actually, you know what? I kind of want to choose one of these. We didn't get to use one last night, and I don't want anything too powerful or too like big or overwhelming. I just want like a little word down here, just something, or a phrase or whatever. Storms don't last forever. A painted sky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, we're totally gonna pick one of these. These are that's bugging me here. You have to believe. Finger painter. Yeah, look at these. Okay, quickly, I'll pick something. Creativity takes courage. I'm gonna get a drink here. All right. Bright and bold. Off the beaten path. There's so many good choices. Believe in your true self. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Stargazer. We are all connected. I might like to do with both of those together. Oh my goodness. What did I pick? Oh, Stargazer, we're all connected. Yeah, I like that. Just gonna read these real quick. Find your muse. Create your own ending. My life is my art. Smell the sweet rain. Nice. The greater your storm, the brighter your rainbow. Nice. Be the difference the world needs. These are all amazing. How do you pick? Okay, a strike of lightning. Oh, the strike of lightning makes my heart go pitter-patter. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best one. I'm not going to look through all of these. I'm compelled to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use both of these. Here. Okay, real quick, let's stick these all together. Where's my stuff here? So, yep, we're just going to put all our layers together. We don't need a lot of tape either. I'm just going to do 2 pieces because it's just paper. It's not heavy. We don't have a lot going on. That's another nice thing about this one. This is super striking and gorgeous, but it's also very simple, right? There's not a ton of stuff going on. And it's not too heavy. It could go in the mail easily if you're going to send it to somebody. This is really hard to see against a black background. Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to use Magicals again for this because Magicals or the fireworks. The fireworks spray, like here, let me show you that one more time. I mean, look at the shimmer from that and the richness of the color. I think either one looks really, really gorgeous. Those are both really great choices. The color bursts look really good. The Ken Oliver color bursts, those work well. So lots of good choices. I'm going to do one extra in the middle here just for fun. Why not? Okay. All right. Here we go. Oops, here. Okay, there we go. Let me pull this a little closer to me just to make sure I get it lined up right. Remember, we just have the tiniest little silver border. Okay. Gorge. Now we're going to put it onto our background. That's not our background. Where's my background? Here we go. So I have my pre-scored card base that I purchased. And we're going to stick this down. I did another card similar to this, and it's probably in my stash. I could probably find it. It was for a blog hop for somebody, and I used, I think I used the all-purpose ink for that as well, but I did a different kind of sky because I was doing the trees, and it was a stamp set, not a die like this. But it looked totally different, and it's still really gorgeous, but has a completely different look to it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying is you can always, no matter how many times you do something, you know, the same exact thing even, you still can get different results. Okay, here we go. All right, so now our card is totally done, and I'm just going to add those words. What am I picking again? Oh, where was it? I feel like it was down here. Here we go. Stargazer, we are all connected, or we are all connected, Stargazer, or just we are all connected. That's 100% happening. I think I'm going to cut it down because I want it to be kind of tight in there. I don't want the extra space on the ends. I don't know why. I just feel like it will look better. And I'm just going to stick this down. It's a sticker, so I'm just, yeah, we're paper to paper, so it's no big deal. And I'm just going to, isn't that fantastic? Look how simple. We are all connected. Let's see how Stargazer looks on top of it, okay? I really like the Stargazer part, but I also want it to be small. Okay. If I don't like it, I'll just put it back. It's fine. Stargazer. Yeah, I like it. We're going to stick with it. And look at that. Nice and simple. Beautiful. I really love this project. I keep saying that, I know, but they are all so great. And I really like the impulsivity and the you know, the creativity that just comes naturally here. So super exciting. And I love these trees. And I love the project. I hope that you really like this galaxy. I hope that you try some of it and let me know. Share your pictures with me on Facebook, on my Facebook page at Cassie's Parlor, or tag me on Instagram, Cassie's Parlor on Instagram. I would really love to see your projects and anything that inspires you here today. So thank you so much, and I will see you again tomorrow for day 21.